What's up, guys? Chris Chess Sports Cards here. We're doing 2022 Bowman Megavox 6-box break number 6. Welcome. I hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. Welcome, especially anybody who's new to the channel. A little bit about us. We've been around for 5 years. We just passed 5 years. In fact, I was thinking about doing like a 5-year free break. And maybe have some info about that next week. A little anniversary celebration for everyone. Okay. We ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading. We ship as quickly as we can. Oh, you got it? Good. John, I'm glad. I thought you'd like that, buddy. I actually pulled that out of a box like a couple of weeks ago. I was like, oh, I got to send this to John. He'll like it. Good. I'm glad you got it. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We do free breaks, and when we do them, we use our subscriber list from YouTube for the random. So if you want a chance to get any of our future free breaks, you just need to be publicly subscribed. Let's say that again, publicly subscribed. If you're not publicly, I can't see your name. So make sure you're publicly subscribed. All right, I've said it enough. Also, check out our website, chefsportscards.com. We got a platinum break up there that's more than half full. Super cheap spots, $15 a spot, like literally less than cost. So if you guys want to get that filled up, we're almost there. What's up, Rich, man? DeGrom brought it tonight, man. I was pissed. 80-day vacation? That one I don't know. All right, let's go over the teams. Yeah, here they are. D-backs, Clint D. Braves, Barat R. Orioles, Clint D. Red Sox, Clark M. Cubs, AJ D. White Sox, Tyler M. Reds, Clint D. Guardians, Luke H. Rockies, Rich L. Tigers, Brandon J. Royals, Patrick I. Astros, Eric M. Angels, Douglas F. Dodgers, Kevin M. Brewers, Brandon J. Twins, Chad J. Marlins, Scott P. Mets, Douglas F. Yankees, Stephen K. A's, Tyler M. Pirates, Patrick I. Phillies, Brian C. Cardinals, Gary C. Padres, Luke H. Giants, Mike N. Mariners, Brandon J. Rays, Luke H. Rangers, Patrick I. Blue Jays, Ramiro M. And Nationals, John T. All righty, let's get to getting. Is Ringworm cream? Yeah, no, they both look good, but DeGrom was like unhittable. It was crazy. I didn't really get to watch it. It was kind of in and out, but when I heard he had 5 strikeouts through the first 2 innings, I knew we were in trouble. Last night's game was great. I mean, not just the fact that the Phillies won. It was just a great game back and forth. That 9th inning, man, that was something else. But that's the way it should be when good teams play. Good games, man. All right, let's do it. Good luck, everybody. What do you wait, Mike? What is that? Or Savage? What does that mean? If you get ringworm, you get 80 days off. Jordan Walker and Zach Veen Chromes. I hope that's not. You're not going through that right now. Yeah, I know. 17 and 16. That's crazy, right? So what do you guys think of the Tatis situation? I mean, I only read briefly last night about it, so I don't really, other than the fact they got suspended for Sepritol or something like that, but I have no idea what that's even for, nor did I read up on it, but does this like permanently hurt his career or what? Machado hassle, like in fans' eyes. Oh, is that what it was? Ringworm cream? See, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know that's what it was. I don't know. First of all, it's a little more information than I need to know about Tatis. De La Cruz and Hendry. It's funny to say because that's what I mean. Like I read last night They got suspended and the name of it, but I never read any more as to what it really was. Ringworm cream. Now the ringworm might have a bigger hurt to his. All right, first Mojo pack. Wow. See, like something like that, I don't understand like how they don't take something like that into consideration. You know, Dominguez, Lopez, Cal Raleigh, Noel, and Luke Waddle. Yeah, I mean, I suppose somebody watching him needs to know, you know, what he can and can't use. But Campos first and Muncy first. Rodriguez, Allen, and Quintero. I don't know. Is that really what it is, or is that just the story that his PR people are putting out? Is having ringworm better than I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you think somebody would be able to tell him. Well, who knows? All right, box number 2. Come on, Bowman, be good for us. Don't give us any shenanigans tonight, old Bowman Megas. You're hard enough to come by. Now, I know it's been a while since I've read up on the whole PED thing in baseball, but it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know that, but is this his first time or second time getting caught? Because I thought so. The first time's 80 games, the second time's a full season, and then the third time you're done in baseball. Is that what it is? If I remember correct, I was trying to remember last night. Football players were vacationing in Mexico for workouts, and they tested positive for eating meat. Yeah, that's crazy. Campos and Pedro Leon. If anybody here hasn't been in a Bowman break with me before, what we do is pretty much all the first Mojos get sleeve and top loaded. But any top chromes, any of the top guys' chromes, we sleeve and top load, and any De La Cruz and Watts and papers we do also. Yeah, see, Mike, that's what I thought too. I thought it was 40 games, but they must have changed that last time around. I had it in the back of my mind. I was thinking Lara and Averson Ortega. I was thinking like it was the second time, but then I think they changed the suspensions. You get that kind of money, you got to have somebody around who's got to be able to go, yo, dude, can't use that for ringworm. Like Quintana and Hernandez. I know if it was me, I'd pay a guy just to pay attention to what I'm using so I don't get banged. Barat, what's up, buddy? How you doing? We haven't seen you in a little bit. Hope you're well. Henry Davis, Pineda, Coar, Rincones, and Erniza. I thought it was 40, 80, and out. That's what I thought it was, and it might have been at some point, and then they changed it, I think. All right, got some blue coming up. Good luck, everyone. Sawinski, and for Cleveland, Jose Pastrano, number 19 of Cleveland is Luke. I'll tell you, man, these guys, they know how to get themselves in trouble these days. How about that Pete Rose thing last week? That was, and it was so bad that even Schilling, who's not far behind Pete Rose, was like blasting him on Twitter for what he said. I mean, I don't know. Look, Pete Rose like 81 years old. I suppose you could go with the whole, he doesn't get it, he's old, this and that. But he's a guy who should have somebody standing next to him at all times to filter everything he says. Jesus. See, I've always found it strange about baseball and how they Backstrom and Soderstrom with the whole Hall of Fame, how it's like the writers and basically personal issues can keep you out. And don't get me wrong, there are some horrible guys out there who played in sports who, yes, maybe they should or shouldn't be able to make it in, but especially with the PD thing and everything, you got a ton of guys who aren't in the Hall of Fame, including the all-time home run leader, Wander Franco, which I'm not necessarily against, but Bello and Martin. My theory to that whole thing is everybody was taking steroids back then, so it's kind of rough to point, to point out a few guys when, it was pretty common knowledge what was going on. I mean, if you went back and kicked out all the guys who were taking greenies back in the day to keep themselves awake, there wouldn't be many guys in the Hall of Fame. Wow, what is up with my hands today? Come on. But man, some guys just have to learn how to keep their mouth shut. Bresciato and Batty. Yeah, so that's all right. That's an interesting question. I don't know if anybody knows this. So if the guy's got ringworm, let's say, and he goes to a doctor, and the doctor says you need to take this to clear up said infection, Acuna Ramirez, and it has something in it that's on the banned substance list, can they get it okayed? You know what I mean? Like, can a doctor say, okay, Mr. Tatis has said infection, and we need to give him this because he needs to get it, and MLB says, okay, fine, you can take a 20, 30-day course of it, or is it doesn't matter, you can't take it? Like that, I'm interested to know. Perez, Davis, Jaron Duran, rookie of your favorites, Herniza, and Jimenez. Yeah, Rose might not be there anymore, but then don't bring him out in public, Pineda, Sawinski, and, Mr. Torkelson. 80 of 225. I know everyone's down on old Spencer right now, but he'll be back. He'll be good. Don't worry. A little time in the minors. He'll get himself straightened out. For Brandon. Yeah, a whole year for the second time, right? And then they're out. 3 strikes and you're done. It's crazy. Mendez and Taylor. And that's unpaid, right? 80 games, no money. I mean, not that I imagine he's hurting for cash, but it's still like he makes what, 24 million a year? It's 12 million bucks. Like that's a pretty hefty fine, if you think about it. I mean, forget the games. The money is the real penalty. No pay, man. That's tough. I don't think they care about the game so much. They do the money. I guess it would be kind of counterproductive otherwise. James Woods and Garrett Mitchell. If you got the 80 games and still got paid, I guess it wouldn't. You'd have guys out there doping just to get half a season off. I don't know if any of you guys, Trey Sweeney and Martinez, what was the name of that documentary? Shoot. It was about the doping scandal in Russia. And this guy started this, it was like Incubus, something like that. It's really good. If you've never seen it as a sports fan, I highly recommend it. And basically, this guy started doing this documentary, and in the middle of it, the guy just kind of, just said, "Oh yeah, I do that." By as in being like, basically told him that the entire Russian Olympic team, was doping. And not that that was a huge surprise, but this guy actually like admitted it, and like Putin wanted to kill him, and it's on like Netflix, I think, or it was a few years ago, but it was fascinating. And basically, he was just like, "Look, if you want to hide it, you can hide it." You know, I mean, he had the entire Olympic committee like totally fooled. They were all doping, and none of them tested positive. Dominguez and Garcia. Yeah, I was watching the baseball game. I saw bits and pieces of the football game. I saw the first, like half of the first quarter. Jose Ramos first, Thompson, Duran, Martin, and Pacheco. And I saw the end a little bit with that. But I was paying much more attention to the baseball game than I was the football game. Rich and I were talking a little bit back and forth about it because we had, Philly, New York playing in both games. Backstrom, Hernandez, Montgomery, and there's a James Woods. Well, they looked like they had it wrapped up, man. They were all happy and celebrating, and then that stupid special teams had to run the ball back 50 yards. That's what happened. It's preseason football. I mean, everyone gets excited for football to be back, but it's such a horrible money grab. Like, it's so, like, everybody, I was excited too. Oh, football. You get through, like, the first quarter, and you're like, God, this is lousy. Like, I mean, you're happy to see it back, but it's so bad. And it was funny because last night at the end of the game, the announcers are trying to kind of pump it up, like, oh, look at all the people still here. Rodriguez and Mauricio. They're like, look at all these people, these dedicated fans still here in a preseason game. Well, first of all, the weather was gorgeous last night, and it's been brutally hot here for weeks. And the other thing was too, most of the people got to the game super late because one of the main highways going down there was completely shut down for hours yesterday. Khalil Watson, Verga, and Freilich. It's only 2 to 4 weeks. Oh, good. Well, I'm happy for you, man. What was it, like a sprain or something? That's what Rich and I were emailing texting each other back and forth through Instagram last night a little bit. And I saw Zach Wilson go down, but I saw it. I was actually out picking up some food, and I saw it while I was waiting for the food in the bar. It was one of those weird injuries where like it didn't look like anyone touched him, and honestly, in the history of injuries, when you get hurt and no one touches you, that's usually the worst kind of injury. Jackson Churio and Heliot Ramos. Like, that's usually when you rip something, by taking a weird step or whatever. Bruised knee and torn meniscus. Yeah, meniscus you can come back from. That's not. Meniscus is the good one there. Oh, it's not that ACL, Guzman and Beatty. Although I do kind of feel like the Jets have been cursed for quite a while now. I don't know, man. Seems like nothing ever works out for them. Elijah Tatis, Jake Berger, Class, and Garcia. Come on, baby. So we got Series 2 coming up at 10:30 and 21 Chrome, Topps Chrome coming up at 11:30. Tomorrow night we'll be here too. We got another one of these tomorrow night. All right, come on, baby, focus. Focus. There we go. Sauguste, Marte, and for the Doyers. Luis Rodriguez, high five, numbered 127 of 250. And behind that, we have Khalil Watson for Miami and Warming Bernabel. I love that guy's name. Brewers won. Man, I wish the Phillies would have won tonight. Yeah, Jordan Davis is a monster, man. He really is. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. I don't know. I just feel like recent years, like nothing ever goes right for them. Dodgers is Kevin. Here you go, buddy. I don't know. I mean, I get preseason football. I get that you really do need these guys to be in games and hit each other. I mean, you always see teams like, unless they're super dominant teams, like teams struggle in the first few weeks because they just haven't had a lot of contact snaps and stuff. But it's just, I don't know. There's just going to be a better way to do it. I don't know what it is. Whether they shorten it or I don't know. It's boring. And it's like, oh, football's back. And then they're like, last night they were talking on the broadcast. Well, the Eagles, first of all, they were like on the road the entire preseason after last night. They won't be back until like September 19th or something like that in Philadelphia. De La Cruz. So it's like, you're still going to wait a long time for real football. Acuna and Torkelson. So, Chris, no new schedule yet? I thought you'd be running the night shift by now. Is that still hasn't started up yet? Mookie. Martin and Pineda. Games would be better if they tried to win once the starters come out and try to get fourth down. Yeah, that's true, Mike. Thursday you start? Oh, good luck, buddy. I hope it works well for you, my friend. Lorenzo and Marte. Lara and Cassis. All right, our last two Mojo packs. Good luck, everyone. Wilson, Sosa. There's an O'Neal Cruz Rookie of the Year favorites. Guzman and Angelis. Labrada, Montero, Luciano, Rodriguez, and Cavadas. All righty. Those were not great boxes. I apologize. I wish they were better. What did we get? Let's see. 8 days in a row. Yeah, that's not fun. There was a time in my life where I used to do that stuff. I don't have those in me anymore. Not like I used to. All right, guys, I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. I apologize. I wish there were better boxes. We will have another one of these tomorrow night, if you guys like. If you're not in any of our other breaks tonight, please stay safe and stay healthy out there. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night or Tuesday or Thursday or next weekend or sometime soon. All right, hit recap for 2022 Bowman Megabox break number 6. All right, bunch of stuff I pulled out. We'll have all this top loaded here. Wander Franco, Khalil Watson, and De La Cruz papers. Chromes of Ortega, Campos, Baez, Sweeney, Woods, and Churio. Mojos of Noel, Muncy, Campos, Ramos, Cruz, Sauguste, Tatis, and Wood. We also had a Khalil Watson, Mojo, and Ellie De La Cruz Chrome. And a couple numbered cards we had tonight. Luis Garcia, 127 of 250. Spencer Torkelson, numbered 80 of 225. And Jose Pastrano, numbered 19 of 150. All right, guys, again, thank you so much for joining me. We'll get these out to you ASAP. Have a wonderful night. Take care. Bye.